Okay, thank you so much for jumping on. I know you guys are in the meat of your season or it's winding down, which is pretty crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Super exciting. Would you go ahead and to start us off, just state your name, where you're from originally, where you wrestle, and what grade you're in?
My name is Alexis Gomez. I am originally from Carroll Stream, Illinois. I wrestle at Grandview University and I am a senior.
Awesome. How did you end up at Grandview?
It's actually a funny story. I originally was going to go to Campbellsville going out to my senior year. And then I changed my mind, split decision before like a month of school started. And I just went on a visit. It was supposed to be for these two twin girls that I trained with a lot. And I fell in love with the school. And I asked Prinsey if he would take me. And yeah, it was kind of just a super quick start of the moment. My brother wrestled at Iowa State, so it was kind of nice having him really close. That was kind of a deal breaker too. Plus, it's only 4.5 hours away from home, so it's better than 6.5 down in Campbellsville.
Yeah, definitely. And uh, was that Coach Clancy's first year?
Yes, it
Or
was just yeah.
was it?
My class was the first class of Grandview Women's Wrestling.
Okay, I was trying to kind of think back on that, and that's what I thought. But that's pretty cool. So,
Yeah.
what are you going to school for right now?
I'm a criminal justice major. I have my minor in psychology.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
incredible. What made you decide to want to do that?
Um, I guess my dad really influenced me. I was first starting off with social work and I really wasn't getting into it, wasn't liking the classes I was taking. So then I switched to criminal justice. My dad was like, I really think you'd be a great cop. So yeah, I just switched. 2 years ago, I switched to my criminal justice degree. And I actually interned last semester with Des Moines PD for my like my internship for graduation. And that's when I fell in love with it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to be a cop now. So that's the goal after wrestling is to be a cop.
That's really cool. So you come from Illinois, you decide spur of the moment, you're at Grandview, things are going well. Would you share with us just kind of your journey like into wrestling in general and like how you got started in wrestling?
Yeah. So my family is very big into wrestling. My dad wrestled all in high school. And at first, I was actually a competitive cheerleader for about 9 years. And my dad was really against women's wrestling at first. I mean, everyone was back in the day. They didn't really want women to wrestle. So I kept begging him and I kept begging him. And one year, my brother wrestled at Fargo, and I saw that they had the girls division. And I was like, "Hey, I think I want to do this." And right when we got back home, I strapped up shoes and learned very basic stuff. I was in the takedown class that my dad runs. It's usually for 5 to 10-year-olds, but I was a 13-year-old, 14-year-old going into the class just to get the basics down, like how to shoot, penetrate, snap downs, all that. I just think my family is just super big into wrestling. That's why I guess it's just like a family oriented sport that we all have grown to love. And honestly, it probably brings us closer as a family just because we all have something to bond about and always have something to talk about. Um, but yeah, that was pretty much like I just wanted to start wrestling. I saw my brother do it and saw that girls could do it too at Fargo, and I wanted to be a national champ too. So me and my little sister, Gabriela Gomez, we just went after it as soon as we got home. And this coming year in August, there'll be my 10th year wrestling.
That's really cool.
Long time.
Yeah. You mentioned, your brother being at Iowa State. Were you able to like, I mean, obviously life is busy, school and stuff like that. Were you able to really watch him at all? Like in
Yeah, actually, I got to watch a lot of his tournaments. Crinzy's really good about, I guess, keeping me happy. I'm very family oriented, and I will never miss any of my brother or sister's matches. So as long as I get those like extra workouts in that I need to on the days that I'm missing to go watch tournaments, then I think I'll be okay. But the most part, yeah, I got to see almost every duel that he had. I went to the scuffle. I've been to Big Tens. I've been to NCAA's. So yeah, I never wanted to miss anything of theirs.
Yeah, I bet. That's really cool. And obviously you're just super passionate about the sport in general. And let's even go into that a little bit. Like you've had the opportunity to even at times represent internationally. What has that meant to you?
Um, Honestly, it's amazing. I am very happy that I have made the switch over to the Mexican national team. Um, Honestly, I feel like we as Americans kind of take wrestling for granted just because out there they just love the sport and they will do anything to wrestle. Like kids will wrestle in jeans out there. Like they just love wrestling. I think what really set off the switch for me was it's just I'm representing where I'm from and where my grandparents are from, and I think that's a huge step. I think that everyone, whoever's born in whichever country, grandparents, whatever, I think some people should make the switch because it's awesome. I love it. It's definitely prepared me for college matches too. I think getting the different feel from international girls, and just getting different looks, I think that what has helped me in college too, just because there's a lot of different situations, especially with girls wrestling. We're just always in different situations than guys. So I felt like that was really a good stepping stone for my college career too.
Yeah, definitely. So what will like after uh you guys you haven't done regionals yet, right? That's this
No,
weekend.
actually, we head out there on Friday to William
Yeah, I
Penn.
was thinking so. And do you actually that's on Saturday for you guys or
Saturday. Yep.
okay, awesome. Yeah, I get to help with the Midland girl. So I'm
Oh,
actually
nice.
I only have to travel like about 40 about 45 miles. So it won't
Oh,
be
that's not bad.
no,
Yeah, ours
definitely.
is William Penn is a little over an hour, so it's kind of nice staying homebound.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of funny because like I helped coach with our high school and I had to like for our districts we were like 6 hours and then state was 2 hours and so it's like
Oh, wow.
to go to regionals and it's
Yeah,
closer. That's
all
awesome.
over the place.
Uh so yeah, that'll be great. Super pumped for you guys. It's been a great season for you guys. There's been a lot of cool things that have been continue to happen. You had a great national duels. What was that like for you that to be able to um be a part of that team and to be able to kind of have the success that you guys did and obviously fell a little short of what the real goal was, but would you just kind of share a little bit about that experience?
Honestly, I'm getting chills right now talking about it. I loved duels so much. I really think we grew as a team, competing all together, really fighting for every last point, every pin, every tech. So I do think that made us stronger. Yeah, we fell a little short, but I think that was the best Grandview women's wrestling has ever wrestled. I really think we proved ourselves that we should be the number one, two team in the country for NAIA. Um, you know, Crinzy really has instilled in us the championship lifestyle, living right, eating right, social life is right, sleep is right, everything just championship lifestyle. So I think once some of the girls bought into that lifestyle, that made a huge growth in Grandview women's wrestling. So yeah, I loved every minute of national duels. I can't say I was sad that we lost. I was really proud of everyone and how they wrestled. I think everyone wrestled great. Um, Especially with those like tougher matches with Life and Southern Oregon. I think that's what is really going to prepare us for conference and nationals.
Yeah, and man, NAIA right now, it continues to get deeper and deeper. Like,
I know, it's
mm,
crazy.
it is crazy. Like even the Indiana Tech and teams like that are continue to get deeper and deeper.
Oh
And
yeah.
within man, I don't think we're that far away. 3, 4 years where 1 versus 8 is going to be a tough duel for some of these
Oh
teams.
yeah.
And it's going to be a matchup type thing. So it makes it super exciting. Obviously last year, the Life U that went down to the wire. You guys were a part of some really great duels. Life U this year, same thing. So that's super exciting for the sport and there's just something about even the girl side of it where the passion behind it and just the hype behind it is so
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
phenomenal.
You
So
want to go watch girls wrestling more than you want to watch guys wrestle.
yeah, I'm really hoping that next year I get to go down and watch. That's on my radar to get to watch
Oh
that.
yeah,
Duels would be a lot of
definitely need to
fun.
come.
Um, I was going to ask you like more on the personal side of things. Are there do you have any superstitions or kind of even weird things that as you approach, maybe the even night before or that day that you kind of attack wrestling tournaments with?
It's actually kind of funny just because before even I started wrestling, when I would watch my brother wrestle, I was very superstitious. Don't split poles, use the same bathroom, use the same sink. I'm a very superstitious person. I wear all the same socks, sports bra, spandex. I wear all the same stuff on the same competition day. Um, I guess a very superstition of mine is making sure I get a good drill in, and I know right off the bat if it's going to be a good tournament or not. I'm just really big into drilling and having a good drill just before like any of my matches. So I think that is probably my biggest superstition. Like little ones I use the same bathroom all the time. I use the same sink. Let's see. Oh, I do. This is a big one. I do take off my like all my stuff, like right before my match. If they're wrestling before me, I take it off at 2 minutes exactly, and I take all my stuff off, and then I'm ready. I'm ready, bouncing, getting warm for the next 4 minutes.
That's funny. That cracks me up. That's cool. Yeah, you're definitely have a lot of things and some of that is even just comfort, right? I mean, when you do the same things, your mind and stuff, you just get used to those things.
Oh yeah.
Um, that's cool. Do you have like a go-to after weigh-in snack?
Um, if you want me to be honest, I am very picky with my post weigh in after snack. I'm not big on like I guess honey and like other, I guess you'd say post workout snacks that everyone eats, like the honey stingers, the goos, granola. I'm a very big, actually, what's kind of funny, Moval, I wasn't really liking all this stuff, so I actually brought my George Foreman to make. I'm a very big pancake girl, so I will make pancakes the morning of weigh-ins for my post weigh-in meal.
I think I actually saw that because I get this too, so that's fun.
Yeah,
Um,
very big pancake girl.
well, let's talk about even Mo Valley a little bit, since you mentioned that. How does a tournament of that caliber prepare you, as you get close? We're 2 weeks out of nationals and stuff, but knowing that, you've scrapped against some of the best around the country already, what do those kind of matches and stuff do for you, like even mentally as you get step into it?
I think I love Moval. Moval is always my favorite tournament of the year. It's like a mini nationals for the first semester. I personally think it really prepares me. Just I get to see everyone in my weight class, and I get to wrestle everyone. So, being able to get that feel and seeing how everyone wrestles, then it just prepares me in the wrestling room of what I need to do to get stronger, to make them want to attack me instead of me attacking them. So I think it's a very big mind game when it comes to like my tournaments. I am very focused on the little things of like getting to an attack, making sure my defense is really good. I think that's what kind of prepares me too, is just making sure that I'm in like a good state of mind during those tournaments. Um, Not letting the little things get to me, especially like with, I guess, like refs and other people that are not wrestling. It's just all that kind of feeds into it. So I think, yeah, Movale is a tough tournament, and I think every college girl should be there. Honestly, even some of the senior athletes, I think that Movale is a great tournament for everyone. It's a really gritty tournament.
Yeah, definitely. I know it, as a fan of the sport, it's a lot of fun to watch. I've been there the last 2 years and I really enjoyed that.
Oh
Um,
yeah, it's so much fun.
so there, as we kind of wind down, I had a couple questions. What's next for you wrestling wise, like after you close the season with nationals and stuff? Do you plan on attacking some more international stuff, or what will that look like for you?
Yeah, so 2 weeks after nationals, well, the first week after nationals, I'll be at NCAA's cheering on my brother. And then the second week, me and him actually head over to Oaxaca, Mexico to qualify for the Pan American team. So that will be then. And then once we do, we will make the Pan American team. That will be Pan Ams, I think, are in July, which will be in Argentina. And then once we secure our spot on the Pan Am team, then we'll be going to Senior Worlds in Serbia.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. Um, that's super exciting. And how cool is that to be able to experience those things with your brother?
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Especially just because we're new to it. We don't really know that many people out there. I mean, we do have a couple close friends that we've had travel back and forth to Chicago to come train. It's just really nice too, just because it's a different city, different culture. It Well, yeah, different culture from us because we live in America, we're not living in Mexico. So it's nice too, just because just in case I don't have that drill partner, I'll always have him with me. So, and it's nice too to travel with family. It's less stressful.
Yeah, definitely. As we wind down, the last thing I wanted to ask you, if you could go back, like, and tell yourself, let's say even as you were younger, what you would tell yourself, and even just as a freshman in college, as you're just transitioning to that level of wrestling and to kind of having that independence, what advice would you give yourself?
I would say embrace the grind. I was I wasn't that into wrestling when I first started. It was just, I guess, I was really into it, and then I fell off. And then once college hit, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be doing this for 4 years. I really got to buy in. Freshman year, didn't really buy redshirted, didn't really buy in. I mean, I did, but it wasn't like I was buying in to win a national title because I was redshirting. Um, but yeah, just embracing the grind, buying into what you're doing, and everything will just unfold itself. Because I made that switch about 2.5 years ago, just really buying into the sport, and I guess really, I guess being selfish with everything, being selfish in my training, my diet, how I live, who I want around me, who I don't want around me. It's just, I think wrestling is a very independent sport. So once you are selfish, I feel like you will get to that point and like that peak that you need to be. But yeah, just buying into the whole grind.
Awesome. And what would for girls that are in high school and maybe they're thinking about wrestling at college or at the next level, what would you tell the girls that are kind of on the fence?
Um, Keep grinding. I was just actually back at home talking to some of the little girls we have in our wrestling club, and I just tell them to keep pushing. It's gonna be hard. You're not gonna be liking it for the first, couple years, but I even told my little sister this. She did not want to wrestle anymore. She was stern on not wrestling anymore. And I told her, if you buy in and you embrace it and you really set goals for yourself, then you will just shoot skyrocket. So once I told my little sister that, she made the cadet world team and got a silver medal at Worlds. So I think us, older girls make a huge influence on these little girls. So even, I did a camp for Urbandale High School, like Dowling Catholic, like they're combined. And yeah, I just told them, just embrace the grind, keep on going. If you don't get it, it's not okay. It's okay. You're gonna keep going. Not every day is gonna be perfect. Not every day you're gonna have a good drill. Not every day you're gonna have a even good class. Like, I think just having that whole routine of making sure you're going to class, making sure you're eating on time, making sure you have a good practice, making sure you're waking up on time, you're going to sleep at the right time. And I think those little steps will really help the younger girls grow. But yeah, just I think being really supportive in, younger girls wrestling, that they will skyrocket. I'm really excited to see how, if D1 programs are going to be coming up. I'm really excited to see all this unfold with women's wrestling.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be super exciting, and
Oh yeah.
the girls continue to get better and better. They're just more college ready, and we've seen it already where high school girls are going to opens and stuff and doing really, really well, which is exciting. And it's just fun to see, even as you start to see more people like desire to be women's coaches, and also having women represent more and more as coaches. But I think that'll continue to push it to another level, where so often it's been either a stepping stone or like, I want to coach, but those are opportunities, so I'll quote unquote like settle for coaching girls, which
Right. Yeah.
for a lot of time that's super unfortunate. But I'm pumped to see where the sport is headed. It's in a great place. And, to even when you have girls like you and even your brother, when they're starting to go represent Mexico and stuff like that, it just makes it more exciting. Like for me, I love that. Then there's another face to follow when you're watching Pan Ams and stuff like that. And it's not
Right.
the US. To me, it's like, oh man, now there's more wrestling that I can be invested in, which is
Right. Yeah.
wrestling's just I love wrestling anyways, but when you have more people that you can are connected to in one way or another, it makes it even that much more fun. So
Oh
um,
yeah.
thank you so much for jumping on. Have a great rest of the season. It's crazy that your career is winding down here pretty
I
quick.
know, it's really sad. Every time I think about it, I get real sad.
um,
Yeah.
Enjoy it, soak it in, and I'm sure probably run into you at Jamestown.
Yep. I'm very looking forward to it.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much.
Yo, thank you.